I'm extremely glad for this elder law report today to bring you a new attorney, new to you, but not to us. Um, Josh has been speaking to our firm for some time now, been working in our firm with me for some time now, and we're just now releasing him and announcing him to the world. I'm extremely proud to do this. We're adding an additional attorney to our firm, which we did some time ago, but officially, Joshua Hunter, Josh. Do you mind if people call you Josh?
Josh is perfect. Josh
Okay.
works fine.
And, our attorneys have to learn a lot, both with estate planning, the elder law and long term care components, benefits, probate and trust administration, as well as the litigation components of what we do. So there's a lot on our attorneys' plates that they have to really beef up into what seems like a small practice area of estate planning and elder law because that's all we do. But to be steeped in the knowledge of each area um, takes a lot for that attorney. It takes a lot for the team too to dedicate the time for that training, um, but it's necessary. The law is traditionally, over the last probably hundreds of years, a couple hundred years at least, an apprenticeship profession for the most part. And I'm really a big believer in apprenticeship and watching the right way to do it, learning, and then moving to the next level. So Josh has really been going through that with us, and we're extremely proud of him. Josh, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Where did you go to undergrad?
I went to undergrad at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro.
UNCG.
hmm
And how was that experience?
It was great. I was a history major. I loved it. I got a lot of experience and learned about a bunch of different cultures, a bunch of different ideologies. I had a really good time.
History is phenomenal and a great starting point or just place to stay as far as learning from the past, right? And
hmm
understanding the past as to why we're here. And you see it all over the place too. I like talking to Josh about different things because I'm not a history major, but certainly a buff and to know why things are done in different ways in our society and how they ended up and where they came from is gives you a different context or at
hmm
least a broader context of and I don't know, it just makes everything brighter or more meaningful, right? It's fun to do that a little bit. So
hmm
that's good. So a history major, and then tell me about where did you go to law school?
I went to law school at Elon University School of
Mhm.
Law in Greensboro.
So my law partner Britton Begley
hmm
graduated from Elon. I'm sure you and Britton probably had some Elon conversations.
We did.
Great school, um, and I know a lot about Elon. I worked as a TA for Leary Davis, who was one of the people who helped found that school. Okay,
hmm
um, and running all the numbers and getting things together in spreadsheets early on. And Leary Davis was one of the smartest people you'd ever meet. Okay,
hmm
and I was lucky enough to be a TA for Leary. I guess I was a 2L then. But I remember when that law school came about, and that's cool that somehow I played a eensy teensy small part in it, and was around that when it began.
hmm
And I'm lucky enough to have Brenton Begley, who's a great law partner and attorney in our firm, and now you from Elon as well. So that's really cool. Um, so, how was law school?
Law school was challenging for sure. I think it did a lot for my confidence and just knowing that I could accomplish so much and be as organized as I am, um, and that I have the ability to be a lawyer.
Right.
Yeah,
Probably gained a lot of confidence from that as well.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just through that experience. In law school, what's interesting, I don't know if you found this, like we all law students worked super hard to get into that position only to complain about it the entire way through and hate it and talk about how much it was horrible or is horrible. I actually loved law school. I don't know. I don't know if you can say you loved it, but what did you think?
Well, I certainly did my fair amount of complaining,
Sure.
but that said, I loved learning new things. I loved learning why things work the way they do. I think
Sure.
that was probably my favorite part about going to law school is just learning about all of these systems and basically how the world functions and as our society functions.
I don't think I really understood how how the just basics when I was in law school that revealed to me my how little I understood about the the, the different constitutional amendments, the different uh, way interplay between them. Like it was very revealing to me how little I knew and how much I kind of came online and learned and was like, oh, that's how those things fit together, or those work. That's where that comes from, where that is grounded, right?
Yeah.
So that was huge. And then law school is a lot of work and a lot of long hours, day after day after day, and way too much information, drinking from a fire hose on
Hmm.
purpose. If it's engineered that way, um, that's why you hear the complaining, and it's adjusting to that, and then figuring out, oh, gaining confidence from success
Hmm.
in that system, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool, really cool. And but you didn't stop there.
No.
You went on above and beyond and received another degree, which is, I think, a master's of laws, right?
It's a master's of environmental law and policy.
Master's in environmental law and policy, Vermont
Yes.
Law and Graduate School.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me about the master's in environmental law and policy that you received. Tell me about that, and why did you go receive, toward that direction? Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, part of the reason I went to Elon was because they had a joint degree program with Vermont,
Hmm.
and I was interested in the time of learning more about environmental law and saw that as a path that I wanted to pursue. And so I did the joint degree program. I made the grades to get into it, and I decided I was going to go up there in the summers and take classes.
Hmm.
And I loved it. It was great.
But that's really close to your personal interest as well,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
I mean, you grew up and lived close to a lot of nature.
Yep.
You spend a lot of time in nature,
Hmm.
and you have a really deep love of the environment
Yep.
and a desire to preserve it. And so that's what I gather from my time I've spent with you and from
Yeah.
talking to you. Tell me a little bit about about those personal interests, and then how that really jives with that education as well.
Yeah. So I grew up right next to the Uaris and kind of close to Baden Lake, a small town called Albemarle, North Carolina. And I grew up visiting Moore Mountain State Park and hiking a lot as a little kid. Once I got older, I started going off and hiking on my own. And I also started doing wildlife photography, and I would upload those to databases so that scientists could um, help monitor the populations.
Right.
Hmm. And so I started learning about species identification and really got to enjoy my time in nature and learn more about the world around me.
So much. I mean, you like to go
Mhm.
take walks through the woods and
Hmm.
spend time in nature
Yeah.
daily, don't you?
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
day.
Did you know? I'm sure you do. There's a real correlation between stress and
Hmm.
creativity. Um, all both studies that are done, if you spend a certain amount of time, like say each day, with a
Hmm.
walk through the woods or around nature,
Hmm.
right, and out in the world, in the real world anyway,
Yeah.
which is nature. Yeah. I mean, brings down stress. There's been studies about increased creativity, like extreme increases in creativity with people who will make sure that they go out and spend their time outside in the woods in nature on a regular basis, as opposed to just in the concrete jungle or in our rooms or in the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to go outside at least an hour a day and spend time walking around. it makes me feel a lot better. I always find I have a much clearer head, and especially after a long day of doing a bunch of legal reading, you can be really tiresome, and so when you go outside, it just refreshes you.
Sure. So, any other interest and hobbies?
Yeah, so I play D&D. I also play Magic the Gathering, and I'm a big fan of Pokemon. So I'll play Pokemon cards and the Pokemon video
Sure.
games. A new one just came out, and I'm really excited about that. I haven't had much time to play it, but I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome. Again, you heard me on the phone with my son Tucker yesterday, who
Mm-hmm.
loves those things and other things too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is extremely
Yeah.
creative. But you know, one of the great things about strategy games and adventure games, role playing games, is they're rule based.
Mm-hmm.
They're all rule based, which there are tons of studies out there as well that gamers like that
Mm-hmm.
with role playing games, real strategy games, they are great problem solvers.
Mm-hmm.
They are creative problem solvers, right? The
Yeah.
creativity part and problem solving part, which is not just logical. It's like creative problem solving within rule sets, right? Which
Mm-hmm.
is exactly what lawyers do every single day. And that's what it is, right? And
Yeah.
the rules are the statutes, the case law, right? Precedent. And so that just really jives with a phenomenal attorney who can really creatively problem solve within the law and under the law and within those set of rules. Any other hobbies?
Yeah. I mean, I noticed the other day when I was doing legal research, I felt the exact same way I felt when I was building my newest deck for Magic,
Right?
just trying to fine tune everything and that eureka moment of finding exactly what you need.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. That's what it is. And I know I'm a big fan of health and fitness. Also,
Yep.
you lift.
Yeah. I'm a power
You
lifter.
have your time in the gym
Mhm.
regularly, right?
Yeah. I try to go for at least an hour a day.
Yeah. Tell me
Yeah.
what that does for you, the hour a day in the gym. I know what it does for me. What does it do for you? Why do you go?
Uh, it pumps me up. It helps relieve a lot of stress.
Yeah,
And it just makes me feel good. Makes me feel good about myself, about how I look. And I think that allows me to perform better at work too, because I can focus more. I'm not worried about uh, these external things like how I look or if I feel bad that day. I typically feel really good because I've worked out and made sure that I did.
agreed.
Yeah.
I like to say I've never felt worse coming out of the gym than I went in,
Yeah.
even on a bad day that I don't feel well. Plus, you get this satisfaction of accomplishment that you did it anyway,
Mhm.
which is really good from a work ethic standpoint, as well as um, health and longevity, not just a one off, I feel good today, but this is a commitment and I want to feel good like forever, and
Yeah.
make this a part of who I am. But you're doing a little bit of both. You're getting out in nature. I mean, that just sounds like a really healthy recipe for success and longevity.
No, it definitely is. I've never felt better than I feel now. And I'm not getting any younger. So,
Well, none of us are, unless maybe we can turn back the clock. And
which,
I think if you get really healthy, you can turn back the clock some years. How about that? Well, I look forward to working with you even more. I think I look forward to getting in the gym with you one of these days. You need to come work out with us, and or I need to come work out with you.
absolutely.
And Josh, you're going to be ultimately landing in our Hendersonville office,
Hmm.
which is in just a suburb on this side of the east side of Asheville in
Yep.
Henderson County, right outside of Montgomery County, where Asheville is located. Um, which is a huge retirement community where we have a lot of clients for estate planning, elder
Hmm.
law, and other issues. Great office there, great team. And you're going to be an attorney there seeing clients day to day
Yeah, I
and
will be.
serving that community. I would encourage you to get to know the court system there. The clerk of court's great up there. There's some great judges and clerks. Spend some time at the courthouse, get to know our team there, whom you've met,
Yeah.
as well as, you know, take some role to integrate into the community and really serve that community. And that's a recipe, get in the gym up there, make friends,
Yeah.
and there's no shortage of nature up there to explore from hiking trails, biking, mountain climbing, probably rafting, whatever you want to do. That's a playground up there. So
Yeah. And we do have an amazing team up there, and I'm looking forward to working with them. And I know we're going up there every Thursday and getting to know them. And I think that's an excellent opportunity for me to get in the courtroom and really explore the court system there.
absolutely. So I'm really, really glad that you're on with our firm. And, you know, I look forward to you guys out there. Please welcome Josh to our firm. And I think you guys are really going to love Josh. You know, certainly, um, Josh, even more than all the attributes that he's already told you, is a caring, very friendly, and kind person who I think cares a lot about his work as well as other people. So you know, welcome to our firm, Josh, and if you guys will help welcome him as well. Thank you for letting me introduce you today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It's a pleasure
absolutely.
to be here.
Stay tuned for the next Elder Law Report.